can compliment back in Nigeria, and the girl will feel like you are complimenting from a sincere heart. You are not having any second thought. But here, once you compliment, the lady may be feeling like maybe you like or maybe the next thing is going to come out of your mouth is that you want to be, you know, his or he is her boyfriend or stuff like that. So don't compliment girls in India. I don't say you should know.
Like you try to meddle or try to have.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's still your boy Oluwaseyi Ajala, and today Prince and I will be discussing about things you should never say or you should never do in India. So I hope you enjoy the conversation, and I hope you subscribe to the channel. So let's go into the discussion, Prince.
Hi. I'm happy to be on this channel again, and I hope you enjoy my video. Try to subscribe to the video. If you want to really have a comfortable stay in every society, in every community, there are certain things you must not try to do, and there are certain things that you do they will like you, and sure. India is not basically exception of that. There are few things I would like to throw light on.
So let's do it one. You say one, I say one, then we'll talk about it.
First of all, I would like to tackle on issue of cow. Try to disrespect cow. I remember coming to India one day. I was on the street moving on a motor. You know, here motor and auto is very common. So I was riding and I saw cow on a high street, principal road. I was like, how? And someone told me that this animal is very sacred, so you shouldn't meddle with it. In the Hindu religion or Hindu tradition, they cherish the animal. And I also asked my friend in a classroom, he said that anything that gives food to them is like a mother. So the cow also produces milk, and most of their food have even testified milk play important part of their food. So you shouldn't meddle with this animal. Try to disrespect the cow. It is so sacred in the land of India. So do not try to disrespect the cow. Give it the needed respect. When you meet it in the road, try to cool down. If you are a driver, you slow down for the animal to pass before you move on.
Yeah, and I would like to chip into that about cow issues. You know, back in Africa, people like, they slaughter cow and stuff like that. So when you come to India, don't even mention stuff like that, because it get them. They will feel angry. So just don't ask them, do you people eat, or do you people stuff like that, because most people here they are vegetarian. So when it comes to meat issues, they don't like to hear stuff like that. So I think it's very, very important that you should respect the cow. You will see the cow everywhere on the road where you never think you will see one. You will see them. Just respect the cow. Just do as if you don't see anything. Although sometimes you may feel like this cow is too big, but just do as if you didn't see anything, and just move on to your life. So the one thing I would like to say is when you are in India, expect people, as a foreigner, as a student in your university, expect Indian students to ask you how many girlfriends you have in your country, or you are having in your country, or you had in your country, stuff like that. They want to know, because here it's very difficult for them to mingle like that, because of the culture, because of the system, So, but they feel like in Africa, or where you are coming from, the system is more liberal, that you can mingle with girls anyhow, you can do stuff with girls anyhow. So they'll be like more eager to know about about that relationship part, about you, how many girlfriends you had or you are having, stuff like that. So expect that question, and don't take it very serious with them, okay?
And especially you see that their question, you see it is personal, but to them they do not take it personal, and they will ask you today, tomorrow they will even forget.
They can repeat questions anytime they want. So that is my own point. So Prince, yours again.
Another thing is that you shouldn't try to engage into political issue that is very sensitive to religion and politics. Especially living in every society, try to. One man said that if you want to touch people, touch their religion and their culture. These people cherish their society so much. So any issue that will try to generate some peace in religious aspect, respect their religion, respect their practices, and you do not know any party that one particular society belongs. India is a huge continent. They call it subcontinent. India is a huge country with diverse culture. So try to say something that will spike political and ethnic sentiment. You should try to avoid it, and you really love them.
Yeah, you should avoid what we call political issues and religious issues in India. So another thing I want to add to my is, Indians girls, you need to be very very careful in Indian girls about complimenting Indian girls, like saying you are beautiful, stuff like that. Or maybe I know back in Nigeria or back in Africa, you can stop a girl on you see a girl walking, you can stop
You
her.
toast the girl.
Yeah, you can toast the girl. Don't try it here.
Yeah.
Okay, don't toast. There is no toasting here because they I think they have their own way of going about stuff like that. So you should not don't compliment, because when you compliment, they feel like you are flattering them, or they feel like they take things issue very sensitive here. So even if like you can compliment back in Nigeria and the girl will feel like you are complimenting from a sincere heart, you are not having any second thought. But yeah, once you compliment them, the lady may be feeling like maybe you like or maybe the next thing is going to come out of your mouth is that you want to be he is her boyfriend or stuff like that. So don't compliment girls in India. I don't say you should know. Is it correct?
Like you try to meddle or try to harass the lady. Sexual harassment is
So it's not even harassment. Just telling her you are beautiful.
You are beautiful.
How do they used to see it? I don't know if I'm getting it very correct.
It's basically something that they are not really. It is not easily done here. When it's not part of their culture, they don't do. When someone loves someone, or you have even when someone wants to marry. Basically, my friend told me that some of the family, I don't know, some of the family arrange the marriage. And to explain that affection, I read in some of the during my study, they say that to a man when he marries is like a continent, and every woman is like a daughter or a sister to him. So you shouldn't even approach the lady, and some religious practices fawn on that. If you are not the person that you can marry, expressing love and that kind of thing too, it's like you are trying to.
Yeah, they see it more as harassment. When you talk a girl, you are beautiful. They used to see.
So you try to avoid.
So you should avoid that when you come to India. So
another thing is also try to avoid public affection. Do not show public affection. You can come with your girlfriend from your country, from Africa, from Europe, wherever you find yourself. But you see, in our space, as in Africa and even in Europe, people meet outside and do their things. They can exchange faces, they can hug each other. But especially in the rural communities in India, if you do those things, they see it like their culture is not exposed on open on that thing, and they really front. The issue of sexual thing is highly spoken about. So doing those things is like you are trying to tarnish or destroy expose their people to bad manner or something. And I remember there was one book on sex and certain things. They could stop someone from selling at a railway station. So you can see that stuff. You can do it in your hotel or in your private space, but try to do it in a public space. They will not tolerate that.
Another point is that dogs. When you come to India, dogs, you will see a lot of dogs. You like a lot of. Is it stray dogs or?
No, there's different. Yeah, they have stray dogs.
Stray dogs. You see dogs everywhere. Like it's frustrating. but when it comes to India, you will see a lot of dogs, and just don't bother to ask too much question about this. It's okay. They will not harm you. It's okay.
And another thing I also like to add is that these people, if they try to offer help to you, when you go to them, they are so kind that they will offer you tea, they will offer you something. So when you reject this offer, it's like you are rejecting them. So do not avoid or prevent those offers they give. When they give you assistance, like in a kind of food, a kind of drink, a kind of water, they do not want you to come to their house and go without taking anything. So try to taste something. Especially they like giving sweet. So rejecting their offer like food, drink, those things is like rejecting them. So if you want to be part of them, do not reject these things.
That's a very good point, and it reminds me of another point I want to mention. Don't say thank you in India. When somebody offer you help or do something for you, they don't like it. They feel like I don't know how I'm going to put it.
They are so kind that it is part of their culture. So they say that this is my social responsibility, my religious responsibility. So they
because
accept
if
it as
you
their
can remember, even back in Africa, even if your dad gives you money, he will tell you thank you. You can't just collect something and you feel like, okay, are you, am I, like, even if it's his responsibility to give you money, but at the same time, if anybody give you anything, you have to say, tell them thank you. But when it comes here, they will tell you, no, 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 don't say thank you. You feel like, okay, what will I say? I'll just take it and leave. So when you come to India, don't bother about saying
people,
thank you.
instead of also saying thank you, can say Daniawad or Shukriya.
Yeah, maybe because they thank you in English, maybe they see it another way, I don't know. But if you can speak their language and tell them Danyawa, thank you, stuff like that.
And you mentioned the issue of English language. These people also really like their culture, and their language is something great to them. So do not impose English language on them. When someone wants to flow with you, flow with them in English. But if they are not willing to speak with you in English, do not try to impose English language on them. Their culture is their pride. Their language is something that they cherish. So in the rural communities, in areas where they cherish their cultural practices is really high. Try to learn the common usages, words that they usually use or flow with it, and you feel that you are part of them. Do not try to impose your English language. I remember when we came here, we approached people, hello. Once they hear English, they try to turn you off. But when you meet them, hello, kehale, saslika, namaste, saslika, especially in Punjabi or Patiala, their common salutation is saslika. So when you say saslika, it's like, okay, kehale, badia, this, how are you? So if you try to flow with their language, small ones, you see that you are part of them. Do not impose English language on them. It's not that they cannot speak English, but they cherish their local language, and try to, if you want to really feel the environment, try to speak part of the local languages, and you try to come in with your English language.
Yeah, it's very good. Don't feel like you know English, and they too, they speak English. They speak English very, very well, and it's just because of sometimes the donation, I think, or the fear, or the fear that is trying to, that may be pushing them far from engaging with you. But Indians can speak English even far more than what you can think of. That is why most of them write this exam. What is the exam to travel?
IELTS,
and they do pass very well. So I think that is all I'm having with Marvin. I don't think I have any other points again. But lastly, I would like to share. You two will share like a last just something to round up with the conversation. I think when you come to India, just don't ask too much questions. Okay, you get to understand things. You can't come to a country today and want to understand everything about the system. It's a process. So when you come to India, just be calm. Look at the process, engage the people one after the other. Don't rush, don't try to like impose your own exposure on them, or try to like tell them this is the way in my side and this is how it's supposed to be everywhere. So just try to be calm, look at the process, know your space, then gradually you get to understand the system, and you get to enjoy the system. So friends,
okay, I will also say that India is a beautiful country with beautiful people, with beautiful culture. And if you want to come, India is so open, peaceful environment. Do not hesitate to come, but try to avoid certain things. Do not try to harass people. Try to be part of them. They are so welcoming, they are so hospitable, and you really love your stay. Thank you for having us. Subscribe to the channel. Goodbye.
Subscribe to the channel. Kindly subscribe to the channel for more videos, and we'll bring you more interesting videos. Okay, bye bye.